Wow. uh, let's skip the fluff. Hamnet is a movie that was made to be felt. And it made me feel a lot. And it made me feel a lot, even though I couldn't understand what was being said some of the time. I'm not an English major. I'm not very highbrow. I haven't really had a formative experience with Shakespeare, but I think I just had one. I think I get what people are saying now, that half the beauty of Shakespeare isn't understanding what every word means, but feeling the poetry in the words and seeing the performance of them. Hamnet accomplishes that and then more, because it gives us context for where those words are coming from. And it was just a magical experience that left me speechless. Something I will say, I was surprised to hear the song On the Nature of Daylight, which is that cello violin song at the end of Arrival and Shutter Island. It's in this movie, and I love the song. It's beautiful. It makes me emotional. And I was going to say a hot take about how I think movies should stop using it because it's too identifiable. But to my surprise, the guy who wrote On the Nature of Daylight, Max Richter, did the score for this movie. So I can't be mad because the score for this movie is breathtaking and he can use his own music if he wants. That was my one sad attempt to criticize this movie. So with that, let's keep gushing over it. Jessie Buckley will win an Oscar for this. It's hers to lose. I will be shocked if she doesn't win it. Regardless, she deserves one. Her range is out of this world. She can go from like really dramatic to the most subtle, slightest lip twitch that just tells you so much about what her character is thinking. It's astonishing and electric and heartbreaking and hopeful. And every performance in this movie is mind-blowingly good. Even the kids, which child actors can be really difficult. See my Rental Family review. But the boy Hamnet gave such a grounded and authentic and vulnerable performance that I detected no actor behind that character. It was just really cool. Paul Mescal as William Shakespeare gives a tortured, isolated, neurotic performance, but also a very humanizing one. It humanizes this mythos of Shakespeare, and it doesn't shy away from the complexity of how tumultuous the inner world of an artist might be in order to produce art that resonates with the human soul at the level that Shakespeare's work often tends to do. You can't talk about performances without discussing the director that helped fully realize them, and that's Chloé Zhao, director of Nomadland, Eternals, and The Writer. I think Chloé Zhao is brilliant. I think she had an amazing vision for this movie. I think she treats these characters with such humanity. I think she does excellent world building. I think that she's one of the greats. The formal elements of this movie are top notch. It's a naturalistic cinematography style. There are lots of locked down shots where the camera doesn't move. It's wide. Everything's in focus. We have a vantage point. We're sitting viewing the characters for a minute or longer, like we're watching a stage play, which I think is definitely intentional. Those kinds of shots are juxtaposed with some really tight shots of faces that fill the whole frame. They're being dramatically tracked. They're coming in and out of focus. It's a really interesting choice that I loved, and I just think the movie looks gorgeous. At the same time, it's ugly. It's harsh. There are flies that buzz right into people's eyes. There's dirt under fingernails. Families fight over food and hit each other. It feels like an oppressive world. And so when the movie gives us these moments of bliss in the forest or on the stage or in an embrace, it's otherworldly. I remember hearing the pen and quill scratch on the paper, and it's not the pleasant parchment sound that you're used to hearing in period pieces. It screeches. It's harsh. And when I noticed that detail, I knew that we were in a world that was crafted with a lot of care. And it took me a second to break out of that spell when the movie ended. It put me in a trance. Like, I had to walk out of the theater and be like, what is a phone? I'm getting into a car? What is that? I have medicine to fight the plague? What the hell? Like, I genuinely had to be snapped back into reality. That's how immersed I was. I just thought of the word. It's raw. This movie is raw. Emotionally, aesthetically, narratively, it just feels stripped and naked and vulnerable. And that can be uncomfortable. And it can be healing. It can help you feel seen. Speaking to that discomfort, there are some super unsettling scenes. There's one that borders on being a horror movie, and I was so there for it. But man, it is rough. It's a real ride. And let me reiterate, you don't have to love Shakespeare. You don't even have to know a single thing about him. You don't even have to understand what's being said. I didn't, and I loved the movie. It's for everyone because everyone has grieved. I could talk more about specifics, but I really don't want to. I stopped taking notes early on into this movie because I was feeling so much and I didn't want to distract from that. And I hope I've communicated even a fraction about how this movie has the potential to make you feel something extraordinary. Look, a movie can be entertainment, but it can be so much more. It can be a lesson. It can be a reminder. It can be a meditation, a prayer, a eulogy, a lifeline, a comfort, and a catalyst for change. Hamnet is more than entertainment. It left me wanting to hold my loved ones closer. I got home and called my wife and played with my cat and thought about how I need to cherish more. If you let it, if you feel it, and if you make time in your life to set aside the noise of social media and the distraction of mind-numbing content, you can connect with this movie and feel something transcendent. That is art. That is why we cannot let the in-person movie-going experience die. Do not let this movie pass by you in theaters and then go to see the next Avatar movie, even though you don't really care that much about Avatar. It's just a cultural moment, must-see spectacle. This is also a must-see spectacle, but it's one that will actually stay with you. So that's it for me, you guys, and Hamnet. If we're projecting out, this movie is one of the top movies competing for Best Picture, probably between One Battle After Another, Sinners, Hamnet, and potentially Marty Supreme. So yeah, I think you should check it out. Let me know what you thought of this movie if you're planning on seeing it. As always, let me know where you think I'm a dumbass or where you agree. Keep it civil, but back up your opinions. Be respectful. As always, keep watching movies and keep being average.